Hey everyone, this is Mark with Tech128, and in this video we're going to be checking out what might be the most ultimate USB-C hub. This thing comes with 8 ports and enough variation for all basic users and even most video professionals. So let's check it out. The hub itself looks like nothing special at first glance. It's just a large rectangle with a cable on the end. However, if we take a closer look, things change. The hub itself is made completely out of metal that matches the color of the MacBook Pro. Other than the plastic pieces on the end, it's really solid and looks great. The cable itself is braided, which means that it'll be extra durable, and it can even be bent into any angle you want. That's one of my favorite features of this hub. You just have to bend it to any shape or angle that you like, and it will stay there. It's super great for cable management, and you can position it really anywhere. Another nice addition is the size of the USB-C connector. It's small and thin enough that you can still plug in other devices on a port right next to the hub with enough room to spare. It's cool that they did that because if you have a 13-inch MacBook Pro with only 2 ports, you'd be out of luck if it took up any more room. Taking a look at the ports, we got a USB-C pass-through for power, 2 full-size USB 3.0 ports, an HDMI port, Gigabit Ethernet, full-size SD card, micro SD card slot, and another USB 3.0 port. I'm not sure what the difference in color of the USB 3 ports mean because they both say USB 3.0 and don't really function any differently. The nice thing about this hub is that you can pretty much use all of the ports at once and it will work flawlessly. As you can see, I've loaded it up with a bunch of cables and connected a lot of things into it. First we got power, which charges the computer with no problems. We've also got a flash drive, external monitor, Ethernet, and SD card. All the drives are mounted on the computer with no random dismounts. The external monitor works at full resolution, and the computer even recognized the Gigabit Ethernet and the internet coming from that. One thing I was wondering is if it can read from both the full-size and micro SD card slot at the same time, since they share the same pins. Unlike my SD card reader that I normally use, this can read from both at once. That's a really nice feature, especially if you work with both sizes often. A device that cool and fancy doesn't come with a few downsides. Mainly, it gets really hot. When you're pushing data through that many ports at once, it does get fairly warm, even after only being on for a few minutes. I did test it for a little longer and didn't notice any overheating issues, so I think you should be fine. I'd also like to note that the USB-C port included on the hub is only meant for power. While it looks like we can connect any USB-C device to that port, nothing will function. I plugged in a flash drive into that USB-C port and nothing happened. That port is only for power, and if you want to send data, you'll need to use another one on the computer. In the end, this is one of the better hubs on the market. It has a huge variety of ports, and with this one adapter, you won't really need any other dongles to connect devices. If you're interested in picking this up, I'll leave a link to it in the description. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. This is Mark with Tech128, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, so today I got myself a little hub from my MacBook Pro for this 2 sides. I really just wanted an HDMI, let me find it here as I break everything. I've been using one of these HDMI adapters. Oop, my microphone fell. Oh well, we'll just leave that down. Okay, so I've been using one of these HDMI adapters for the USB-C, and that's okay and all, but I need more, and I needed a memory card reader. So this thing is awesome. This has, you can see here, it has HDMI on the butt. It has 2 USB-Cs right there, an SD card, micro SD, TF, and then 2 USB-Cs, and then nothing here. So as you saw in the photos, it's got a lot of stuff on here. So, but the only thing that I wanted to make the video for is to let you guys know this. If you have some kind of case on your MacBook, this is not going to work. So you'll see here it needs both of those. And to go in, let me try to do this with one hand. And I love that it's gold plated to get a better connection, but you can see here I can't get in because of the case being in the way. So just keep that in mind. I have to take off my bottom case every time to get this to connect. So anytime I want this thing to go in, I gotta take it off. But you know, when I'm at home, it's not a big deal. But if you're traveling, that's something to know. Otherwise, this thing is awesome. It does everything I need. I've hooked up HDMI and been charging my phone and been running USB. I've been running everything off of it, and it works perfectly. But I'm here to tell you, if you got a case and you travel a lot, that might be an issue for you. So pay attention to that. Otherwise, I give this thing 5 out of 5. Customer service was awesome when I reached out. They were super nice and super fast on response time. But this little machine does so much. I highly, highly recommend it, especially if you're looking for an HDMI port and trying to keep your other areas open there.